It's Talk with your host, Reggie B. Come on, let's all join in. Free your voice, it's your choice, all right here. Oh, simply straight talk.
Hey, you heard about the concert happening this weekend?
No, who's going to be here? It better be somebody good.
Oh, it's a good lineup. King Rain, DJ Agile, Ruben Young, and SATE?
What state is going to be here? Oh, I hope she sings Warrior. Oh, and you know I love the song What Did I Do? It really speaks to the family issues and some family relationships.
You know King Rain, DJ Agile, and Ruben Young stay on my playlist. Now, as for SATE, that's my girl. She kills it whenever she hits the stage. Anyway, guess what? I got 2 tickets if you're interested.
Oh, yes, you're the man. Let me call Terrence and tell him we going to the show.
Hold on. Wait, what? Hello? You there? Hello? Man.
We have a great show for you today. So let's get the show started with your host, Reggie Maddox.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Simply Straight Talk Show, and this is your host, Reggie Maddox. And today we're going to be doing a music review, and we're going to be reviewing some artists under the COK Creative Works Management. Yes, now you guys have been asking for a music review. We didn't do one last year, but we're doing one this year. Matter of fact, we're doing a couple this year, so I definitely want to let you know that we did bring it back. We listened to you. I heard everything you said. So here it is. This is a music review. And I want you to know that when I do music reviews, there is no compensation. There is no exchange of any type of goods or services. This is basically me going through and saying, who are some artists that are known but need to be known more, that the people need to be aware of, that listen, these are people that you need to add to your playlist. You need to support these artists. These are artists that's giving you a fresh, new, vibrant sound on music. These are artists that not only present you with music, but they have a life that you can learn from. There are things that you can take from these artists. Their music, the lyrics speak to you. They add something. So that's why we do music reviews. That's why I enjoy doing music reviews. So the music review that I'm presenting you today is going to cover some artists that are under the COK Creative Works, which is a full service management and consulting firm. It was founded by David Click Cox. COK was created to assist musicians lacking proper guidance and ensure that all players in the creative process are protected and properly rewarded. Now, you know, in the music industry, that is a very big thing. Because oftentimes you will really find that there are a lot of problems. There are a lot of relationships that fall apart, and you definitely hear it within the rap industry, and even within, you know, the R&B, the pop, soul, country, you know, where artists will create something, then come to find out they don't have the rights, or there are some, you know, disputes about being properly rewarded or credited for their work. So it's probably you got a company like CLK Creative Works who is out there trying to make sure that artists are getting what they are duly deserved for the work that they do. Now, when I say that there's no compensation, that is basically telling you that the artists that I'm reviewing today, including CLK Works Management, that I am not doing this. I'm not getting anything for this. I'm not getting any type of compensation. I'm not getting anything for this. This is just me looking at what they did and saying, wow, I like the artists that are under your umbrella. So I would really like to put them out there. Each one of these artists, I have reviewed their music or groups that they have worked with. I have reviewed their work. And if I like their work, there's going to be things that I'm going to tell you that I love about it. Things I'm going to tell you that I see like I'm not kind of feeling. But I keep it all positive because in the end result, I want you to know that these are artists that you should add to your playlist because there's something good coming from these artists and you don't want to miss out on it. So to get the show started, we're going to start off with DJ Agile. Now, DJ Agile is going to be a little different from the normal music review because normally we are reviewing singers. We're reviewing we're reviewing the actual singers, the performers, and he is a performer as well, but in sort of a different capacity. But in that capacity, you'll understand in a minute. Stay with me. So Agile is a Canadian hip-hop producer and DJ from Toronto, Ontario. Toronto, to put it better. He has been known as being a creative mastermind, and it has how he's been described. Now, he is a DJ, he's a producer, he's a songwriter. He is very diverse, and that is one of the things that I noticed when I listened to some of the work that he's been a part of, the things that he's done. He is a very diverse producer, and his DJing, man, I would love to have him come and DJ something down here, because listening to his DJ, I love the fact that he's able to fill out the crowd. So he's able to put together the music. He's able to put together a DJing show that's going to cater to the audience, where the audience is going to love it, man. This guy knows what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? He even knows how to use the vinyl. And a lot of DJs today, they're all about computers. So to find one who know how to work that vinyl, now that's what I'm talking about. Now, some of you new school people won't know what I'm talking about, but you old school DJ, you know what I'm talking about. So he does have a proven capability to captivate the crowd. I mean, he's very known. He's played venues all across Canada, the U.S., and the Caribbean. He's worked with great power players such as Nas, Melanie Fiona, Dwale, Cardinal, Offshell, Method Man, Julie Black, Ivana Stantilli, and Glenn Lewis. So this guy has been around, man, and he's worked with some key players. In 2009, he released a mixtape, Toronto Love J, which was dedicated to the late producer Jay Dilla. It did win the award for Mixtape of the Year in 2009 and the Stylist DJ Award. So he has served on board as a member of the Sarkon Foundation. He chaired the Pop Music Committee, and he sat on the Online and Programs Committee. So this guy's done a lot, man. He really has, including the Jazz Festival Advisory Committee. And he has also joined Tokyo Dawn Records as an artist on part of their artist roster. So this guy is definitely rooted into music. He has an understanding of music. And in one of his interviews, I was really impressed because he spoke about something that's still relevant today. But back when rap and hip hop really came out, one of the biggest things that you used to always hear was you're either East Coast or West Coast. Now, when they talked about East Coast rap, they talked about New York. Atlanta and Miami wasn't really a factor. You know what I'm saying? Like, people really wasn't feeling Atlanta and Miami as far as rap. But as far as New York, it's like you knew New York. You knew Run DMC, Rakim, Slick Rick, LL Cool J, Big Daddy Kane. You know what I'm saying? So people like that were more prominent in the rap game. So everybody, when they looked at rap, they looked at New York. So, and that was considered East Coast rap. So when you think about it, a lot of people from the West Coast, from LA and Compton, you got the people in Texas, you got your ghetto boys, you got Atlanta hip hop, you got your Miami hip hop, which at that time you had like the Tula Crew and all that type stuff. But the thing about it is, he openly said that, hey, he didn't really listen to those other places because he was really rooted in the East Coast. But when he expanded his palette in hip hop to really start to take in some of what was coming from Atlanta, what was coming from Miami, what was coming from California, he understood that there were things that from all areas that could make hip hop even better. And he embraced that, which that is something that I wish a lot of people will understand. Hip hop is music, man. Music is a universal language. So it doesn't matter what state you're from, what country you're from. It's all about, can you feel what the artist is putting out there? And clearly, DJ Agile is putting stuff out there that everybody wants to hear. The guy is super talented, man. So much respect to him, as a producer, as a DJ, as a songwriter. He's bringing so much to the table. Because you got to think about it. He's been nominated for like the Smirnoff Nightlife Exchange Project, the Stylist DJ Award in 2010 and 2009. In 2009, he did win it for Toronto Love J. The Juno Awards, the Much Music Video Awards, he was nominated for. Then the Juno Awards again, and then as far as his music, you got to talk about High Off, which is a song by DJ Agile, which featured Desiree. Lovers is another song by Agile, which features Sacha Williamson. Then you got Insert Here, which is Cardinal, Offshell featuring Haley Smalls, Blackstone College's Universal Music Canada. Then you got The Chemical Romance, which is done with the late and great King Rain. Then you got Focus, you know what I'm saying? Then you got The Realist, which is featuring Frank and Dank, Tona, and the Fabulous Independent. And the Famous Independent. So this guy is truly, truly, truly a remarkable man, when it comes to music, when it comes to producing, when it comes to putting stuff out there. He is very talented. And when I listen to the songs and projects that he's worked on, you can definitely hear, man, he has a nice, smooth beat to his songs. His music is made to dance to, man. I mean, it's something that you're going to dance to. So I love that about his music. So he can give you that little rough, aggressive type beat, but then he can give you that laid back sort of island feel. Because, one of the things I noticed when I listen to High Off, I kind of hear a little bit of that Caribbean in there. You know what I'm saying? You can sort of feel that in there, but it's sort of a relaxed, laid back tone with a modern feel. So I love that. So he's got that dance hall Caribbean feel to it. So I love that about that song. So he does have some great music, and the man is really good. His producing is on point, and definitely his DJing is on point. So much respect to DJ Agile. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. So because he is still going, he's still putting out some great stuff. So we hope to hear more from DJ Agile. So make sure you check out DJ Agile, okay? Inside the descriptions for the show notes, you will find his website. You will find his Instagram and Twitter link. I follow him. You follow him. Let's make sure we let this man know that we appreciate the great work that he has done over the years, what he's bringing to the table now. And also, one thing I love about good producers, man, and songwriters is the people that they help out. When you got this much experience and a great guy like DJ Agile, and he's sharing that to help the younger artists, to give them great songs and great music to put out, this is somebody that you want to support. Hey, if you're right there in the music, don't be talking about no free stuff now. But, if you're looking for a good DJ, you're looking for a producer, DJ Agile, man. This is a man that can give you a fresh take on your music. He understands the art of musicianship. So definitely, you guys, even as a fan, make sure you check out DJ Agile, okay? Next up, we're going to talk about Mr. Ruben Young, okay? Oh, but before we get into Ruben Young, I do want to promote this. DJ Agile, there is a carnival weekend in Toronto called All Everything Vinyl. We'll be returning to the Drake Underground, along with residents Mr. Jiggers and DJ Agile, slingshot from the world-famous King Turbo sound. So make sure you check it out. The event will take place on Sunday, August 4th at 10 p.m., okay? That's Sunday, August 4th at 10 p.m. at the Drake Underground. Be there. Check it out. Show support. Let DJ Agile know you want to show him some love. Okay, next, we got Mr. Ruben Young. Now, Mr. Ruben Young is an emerging artist and songwriter, and he has a signature soulful sound. Now, his influences range from Marvin Gaye to Mira Massa. Now, Ruben Young is an emerging Canadian modern soul artist and budding songwriter. His, distinct soulful rasp, clever lyricism, and, it's kind of soul election bounce is what he has. He combined the vibes from UK and modern R&B. And Ruben has become known for his single Rachel Green, which is sort of like a tribute to the dream girl played by Jennifer Aniston on Friends, which featured the American rapper Haji Beats from Odd Future. Now, since his debut in 2017, Ruben has released 5 singles independently through his own label, Young and Lucky. His efforts have earned him over 5 million streams and a place on the stage to direct support international artists such as the Chainsmokers, Ja Rule Vandal, Nelly, Akon, Classified, Langston Francis, and Jocelyn Alice. His more recent single, Subtle Sabotage, featuring Terrell Morris, is a Toronto anthem. In 2018, Ruben was nominated for Urban Artist of the Year at the Western Canadian Music Awards for his single Bad Habits. On July 19th, he posted on Facebook that he made a huge announcement now that he was actually going to make a country album, which is going to drop August 1st, 2027. Now, stay tuned for that, because that is a while away. We're talking almost 7 years, 7, 8 years, okay? But, here's the thing. about Ruben Young. Now, I listen to his songs, and I really think at this point in his career that he's trying to find his voice and his audience, which is not a bad thing. Because one of the things that works to his advantage is having that raspy type soulful sound. It can give you uniqueness. It can break you away from the everyday artist. Because right now in mainstream music, a lot of artists are kind of like either emulating somebody else or trying to get that same sound to kind of follow in the beats and footsteps of another singer before them. Whereas you got an artist like Ruben Young, who does have that sort of raspy voice, but has a chance to actually break out into his own. One of the greatest things I loved about Prince was when a Prince song played, you knew it was Prince. You knew it was Prince. You knew it by his voice. You know, it was the same thing with Lionel Richie. It was the same thing with Michael Jackson. It was the same thing with Whitney Houston. Their voices, you know, simply said like, look, this is me. And audience loved that because it wasn't the same sound they was hearing from every other singer. And when I listened to Ruben Young, I was, you know, as I listened to him sing, I'm thinking like, wow, this guy really reminds me of a modern day Joe Cocker or Gary LaVox. Now, Gary LaVox is from Rascal Flatts. Joe Cocker is more of an older type singer. So for my age people, you know what I'm saying, if you don't know who Joe Cocker is, he is definitely one of the most top singers that a lot of people don't realize. But he reminds me of Joe Cocker and Gary LaVox, Rascal Flatts. Now, Gary LaVox is Rascal Flatts. Remember that. Joe Cocker is separate. But they both had that raspy voice sound that gave them a uniqueness that really made them stand out. And they were both lead singers. Whereas Gary LaVox was with the group, Joe Cocker was an individual singer. But I think that will work to Ruben Young's benefit. And I find that, you know, these to be great comparison because, like I said, it allows him to come out with a unique sound to his music, you know, because I reviewed another guy a little while ago by the name of Marzo. And Marzo is another one of those singers that has that unique style. And I really think that Ruben Young, you know, once he finds his voice and the audience that he wants to go after, this guy's going to kill it, man. Ruben Young is going to kill it. Because, you know, in each time when new artists are starting out, there's always that process of trying to figure out, like, where's my voice? What is my lane? What do I want to hit? So that's why you might hear artists go, say, from rock to pop or from pop to easy listening. You might hear our artists go from easy listening, or some just totally flip and go to, say, like to country. Some go to hip hop. They're trying to find their voice. And sometimes by sort of tasting a little bit of each one, they figure out what works best in each area that they can bring to their own dinner table. And then they can serve the audience a form of music that's unique, and the audience just going to eat it up. And I think that's what Ruben Young is right now. I think that's the stage of what he's trying to do. He's trying to find his voice, his audience, in a way to appease his audience. And the one thing I hope he really does is find that voice that works for him and his style of singing, to where not only he enjoys the music, but he takes passion in giving the artist that music behind the great lyricism that helps make the song as powerful as it is. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and take a break. And when we come back, we got more to talk about these artists. And we're going to talk about another artist that I know you definitely want to hear about, because she is taking it by storm. We'll be right back after this break.
Hey, Simply Straight Talk family. Your host, Reggie, will be right back. So don't you dare touch that dial. There are so many talented young men and women attending our HBCUs. Don't you think it's time we show them our support? This year, Reggie will be highlighting HBCU bands, dance teams, and sports programs. And we are inviting you to show your love as well by attending games in your area. When you buy tickets to attend these events, you are helping to support not only the programs, but the great minds of our future generation as well.
We're back with the conversation starter and the voice that works harder. Your host, Reggie.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the Simple Straight Talk Show. This is part 2 of the show where we're talking about our music review. Earlier in the show, we talked about DJ Agile, a DJ, a producer, a songwriter. Then we talked about Ruben Young, a new up-and-coming artist, and a guy who has the sound of a soulful, raspy voice that I told you reminds me of Joe Cocker and Gary LaVox. This is a guy that definitely has the future ahead of him that's looking for his voice. But when it comes to DJ Agile, this is a man that is established, proven himself in the game, multiple nominations for a variety of awards for his music, his producing. So this guy is unbelievable. And once again, DJ Agile has an upcoming event at the Drake Underground. All vinyl everything will be returning to the Drake Underground along with his Mr. Jiggers, DJ Agile, Slingshot from the world famous King Turbo Sound. So make sure you check it out. That event will take place on Sunday, August 4th at 10 p.m. That's right. Sunday, August 4th at 10 p.m. It is the Carnival weekend in Toronto. All right. Now, we've talked about some great artists, and I really like DJ Agile, and I really like Ruben Young. I like what these guys are bringing to the table. Like I said, Ruben Young is finding his voice. Very talented singer, very talented artist. DJ Agile, talented producer, singer, songwriter. Talented DJ, producer, songwriter. So giving respect to these guys, man, we got to show them our support and keep them out there. But now I want to talk about a young lady who, when I first heard her music, I was trying to figure out what was going on. But it didn't take me long because the lyrics to her song, oh my God. You know what? Hold on. Let me slow down. I'm getting ahead of myself. I want to talk to you about SATE, okay? Because she is clearly out to empower and satisfy a nation. You know, she has ferocious, soulful wails. Her music is filled with, relentless guitars and pulsating organs. It is a really groovy, rock hard sound, man, that just really grabs you. And, because the one thing about her is now, she's a Toronto vocalist and a songwriter. And, her family is rooted in music. And her songs has empowering messages that are embedded within her music. She has a soul-shaking live show. She has a reputation, man, for being just, a powerful artist. And you can't ignore her. You cannot ignore her. Her music kind of, how people listen to Lil Jon music and it kind of like get you crunk. You know what I'm saying? When you listen to Lil Jon, you like jumping up and down, you exhausted, but it's a good exhausted. That's SATE. SATE is the same way. Her music will leave you feeling empowered, leave you feeling strong, but it's so full of energy that is just unbelievable. If you seeing her sing SATE in concert just once, man, is going to have an impact on your life because she puts everything that is her into her music and into her stage show. And when she takes the stage, man, she dominates the stage. She's the type of artist that has that presence that when she comes on stage, it's like she commands your attention. And very few people do that, but she does. She commands your attention. In watching her interviews, and one thing I noticed about SATE is you would think she's like this shy and very kind of reserved, held back type person. Now, this is based off her interviews. But when you see her on stage, it's this bold, vibrant, strong woman that is controlling the stage. And you feel it in the air. You feel it throughout the entire audience. Because people got their hands raised, their emotions are in it. And it's just, it just subtly comes through when she sings, when she takes the stage. But the other thing about her is that her music is just natural. And I'm telling you right now, one thing I love about an artist is their ability to use lyrics that not only just make you dance or just say what you want to hear, but I like music that makes you think. So when you listen to her music and you listen to her songs, it's more than just the beat. There's a passion. There's something in her music that relates to you and relates to your life. Because like I said, this is my opinion, but me listening to her music, there's empowerment there. There's this thing about you being more than what you are, more than your situation. And in her songs, I can clearly hear that she was like speaking to situations. When I listen to I Try, Dirty Little Lie, and Warrior, I love those songs. But when I listen to the song, What Did I Do? I can't help but to feel like, it's a question that when you hear this song, it will become your anthem. If you ever been in a relationship with somebody and you're trying to ask them like, man, what happened? Why did we stop talking? Why are we no longer friends? We're family. Why are we no longer getting along? That's what I get from that song. And for me, it's like, if you're hurting, like that's the song you would play to somebody. So as I listen to her song, like I Try, Dirty Little Lie, and Warrior, the lyrics that she composes her songs with, they really speak to you. She's not just putting out songs like, here, go dance to this. She's putting out songs that's built with passion, that's built with emotion, and that has a realistic life to it. So her songs are alive. They are not mindless songs. Her songs are built on thought. They're realistic. And then, like I said, on stage, SATE is a force to be reckoned with. Because the artist engages, she commands the stage. Her lyrics, like I said, they are rooted in deep into struggle and relationships and empowering. But the one thing I really love about her, man, is the fact that her voice. SATE has a powerful voice. And one thing I don't hear that I really love about singers is a singer who has true power in their voice. That natural power, not that forced power. SATE has power. She can sing with power, but it comes across with clarity. When I listen to her, when she does her wells, when she does her belts, it's all done with clarity. It is so amazing, just to hear her sing and watch her on stage. I can close my eyes and listen to her vocally. And it's like, wow, she's going to wake you up. She's going to snap you back, man. And that's what I love about her. It's just, her music is just honest, is raw. It's not music of one particular genre. It's a music that is a collaboration that she has created and made her own. And that's what I love about SATE. SATE is not a follower in her music. She does not look at everybody else and say, oh, you did this, I'm going to do that too. She's found her voice. She's found her audience, and she has a sound that's absolutely powerful when she hits that stage. Like I said, her family has a history of music. And she's done countless shows, man. And the recent, her Red, Black, and Blue was an introduction of SATE into the music industry. She has some fierce female vocals with the whirl of the dirty rock and roll guitars, man, just really slamming it home. So I have to admit, man, I am a fan of SATE. I love her music. I think vocally she brings something that you just don't hear, which is just raw, powerful vocals when she takes the stage. And she has a way of really commanding the audience. She has a way of really getting the crowd engaged into her performance. So you got to see SATE. You have got to see her. This is an artist, man, that really, really will make an impact on the music industry. So if she's ever in your city or state, go see her. She is definitely worth the money. And I promise you, you will not be disappointed with her shows. Listen to her songs, man. But more importantly, listen to the lyrics. SATE is speaking from the heart and passion in her songs. That's what makes her such a great artist, a great performer, a great singer, and why I have so much respect for this woman and what she's doing. Because to be a female in the music industry, especially when you sort of tapping into that rock and roll section, it's not always received well. So the competition is fierce, but I guarantee you there is no one fiercer than SATE. Love you, SATE. Hey guys, we're going to take a break and we're going to be right back with the final thoughts of today's music review and the artist he's talking about. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Simply Straight Talk Show, bringing you the best conversation on your morning, afternoon, and primetime drive.
Hey, are you looking for some great music, upbeat and with a positive voice? Well, the song I Stand With You is exactly what you need. This timeless song has a pop version sung by Audrey Carmel. And a reggae version sung by General Steele, now known as Revelation.
Now I know some days you may feel blue, Lord. Trust in your greatness to see you through.
These songs are now available on iTunes and other digital platforms for download. Don't miss out. Get your copy today.
Give life your best and I know.
Are you ready for the straight truth? Reggie, what's the final word for today?
Hey everybody, and welcome to today's final thoughts of today's show. In today's music review, we talked about DJ Agile, Ruben Young, and SATE. We talked about three artists who are bringing some great things to the music world. DJ Agile is a producer, he's a DJ, he's a songwriter. Definitely somebody you need to keep on the lookout for, and definitely somebody you got to understand. This man puts his hands on music, he's very diverse. He creates music that will definitely be appealing to you, not only to your dance senses, but to the musical nerves in your body. We have Ruben Young. He's an up-and-coming emerging artist, great singer. In my opinion, he's looking for his voice, but I guarantee you, once Ruben Young finds his voice, he's going to set the stage on fire. This guy will definitely have audiences gravitating towards him because he's just that passionate and strong about what he does. Next, and our final artist of the day that we reviewed was SATE. Powerful vocals, extremely powerful stage performance, commands the stage. Her lyrics are not, as we said before, lyrics that are just meant to make you dance. Her lyrics will make you think. They come from the heart. They come from passion. And it really speaks to life itself. She's one of those artists that I consider to be just real and honest with her songs. And I love that about her. I love that she presents that. Her music to me is absolutely amazing. And you definitely have to check out SATE, man. Make sure you check all of these artists out. Don't forget, DJ Agile will be at the Drake Underground for the All Vinyl Everything, the Weekend Toronto Festival. So make sure you check that out in Toronto. But like I said, these are some great artists. They definitely are worth adding to your playlist. Be on the lookout for these artists. Make sure you're staying in tune and keeping track of them. Make sure you follow them on social media, follow them on their websites. Make sure you add them on Instagram, Twitter. I will also put the links to these artists down inside the show notes so you can easily click on the link and go ahead and follow them. But like I said, thank you, everybody, for allowing me to review your music today. I'm a big fan of all of you guys, so keep up the great work. Don't stop doing what you're doing, and make sure you guys stay true to what you're doing. And SATE, as always, I have been a long-time fan, so make sure she has some merchandise you can purchase on her website. She's got shirts and all that. And I would definitely like to thank CLK Management for allowing me and, being a part of this. So I really thank you guys for allowing me to speak on you guys. And I really appreciate what you guys are bringing to the music industry. And don't forget to join us next week. Next week, we're coming back with another show. So thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys know I've been on break, and you can probably tell a little bit that I have been on break, but I got to get back in the mode, man. But this is a great way to do it, talking about these great artists. So don't forget, DJ Agile, Ruben Young, the beautiful, talented vocal powerhouse, SATE. Check them out, baby. We love you. We'll see you next Friday.
That's this week's episode. Thank you for listening and being a part of the Simply Straight Talk podcast. We truly appreciate your support. Be sure to visit us at simplystraighttalk.com to join the conversation, access show notes, and discover our fantastic bonus content on Patreon. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to join us next week for another episode.